Hey everyone, it's Jethro Bombs, and welcome back to a brand new Color Confidential. The colors for this video is green, yellow, and purple. I was gonna say this week's video until I realized that these are not weekly videos. These are in fact semi-weekly, monthly. Planning to be more than once a week, planning to be maybe 3 or 2 times a week. We'll see if I ever get there. I highly doubt I will, because I tend to do these in like bursts. I filmed all of these videos in August. And this is the first video that you guys are seeing that was built in end of 2017. I was gonna say 2018, but I'm pretty sure it was more like end of 2017. I haven't played Sims in a while. I won't lie, haven't played it in a while. Oh, and I want to apologize for the start of this video that you guys are seeing right now. I started to record only to realize, I started to build only to look over and realize that it was in fact not recording. So I completely emptied the house and put some objects in and got some patterns down, and I looked over and OBS was like, nope, you're not recording. I'm like, damn it. So yeah. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this build, though. It was really difficult. I won't lie. It was it was difficult in the sense that figuring out the layout of the house and how to work the color scheme together was probably the hardest part. And apparently I've gone AFK here. Also, I haven't edited this video at all. So there might be really long bits of video that have nothing moving in it. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it was really hard to figure out these colors. I mean, purple, yellow, and green, those are very vibrant, bright colors. And luckily each color can sort of be taken into a muted tone or different shades of the tone. There are plenty of options for purple, especially green. There's a lot of options to do green. Yellow's a little more difficult because the yellows in Sims tend to be more cream colored, orangey colored. There's really no like different shades of yellow. It's mostly just different shades of brown and orange. So I had to be really careful about that. But overall, I found the furniture itself to be the easier part, and then the layout of the house, like I said earlier, was the most difficult part for me. The original house had 3 bedrooms, a teeny tiny kitchen, and this really awkward layout where you go up the stairs and there's like no like hallway doors or anything. It just opens up into the person's bedroom. And there was a ridiculous amount of space in there. Like, there was just too much space. I didn't know what to do with half of it. So, I ended up actually doing 2 separate living rooms. I was gonna actually go for, like, a whole different house on the top half. But after deciding that, I would just keep it to, like, let's not over-decorate here, right? Let's keep it semi-simple. So I just ended up doing 2 bedrooms, one of them being a kid's room, which I actually really enjoyed. I think it turned out really good. You'll notice that each of the rooms do have a bit of a different vibe to them. There is one room downstairs that is dark purple. It's very, like, city living kind of style. It's, maybe a little more, younger of a room, someone from, like, a rebellious teen. Something like that. This room up here is what I call the art room, because if you don't know, that bed there, it's also got the Starry Night Van Gogh painting on it. I think it's that one for the like the duvet on the bed. It's got that pattern on it. But it gives I think it's an inspiration buff. So if you're an artist and or a creative person and you put that bed in your Sims household and you activate the aura, your Sim will become inspired from using it. So in order to match that bright yellow, I was like, well, now we have to make it, kind of almost artsy looking, not like modern, not hipster. I wanted to go for that classic art style that showed that you were like a a veteran painter. I can't talk today. And, something that showed a little bit more classic. I didn't want to go super modern because this room here, the purple one, is quite modern. It's a little more updated. It's got the city living items in it. It's got that massive painting with all the abstract lines. That one needed to be a little more modern. The other room in there is the green room. That's the one that had the plants on the wall. It's got the gingham pattern. I think it's called that, on the walls. It's pretty. I like it. I actually built a room extremely similar to it in another build that you guys will probably never see because I didn't record half of it. I was trying to do the $1 million house challenge. That is where you build a house that's worth $1 million. I got to like 700,000 before I had to stop because I had furnished everything at that point, and I was just like, okay, we have that house. Let me just explain it really quickly so it makes sense. That house has 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 separate quote-unquote houses in it. So you might think, oh, it's probably like a townhouse, right? Where you built like maybe 3 houses next to each other. No. It's one solid mansion. It's got the main entrance, which leads to your first living area space. It's quite normal, should I say. You kind of open the doors. There's the kitchen. There's like this massive living room, dining room. There's bedrooms. There's a little like computer area on the second floor, yada yada. The second one is the entrance for it is on the side of the house and it goes downstairs and it's underneath. So it's the basement house. You go underneath there and you have access to a gym, a sauna, or a spa. And you can also actually go into the other person's house through that room. They have a separate second living room in the basement for that. And of course access to the gym for everyone as well. But yeah, there's the second house down there. That house at the basement is probably my favorite. You know what? I should probably stop talking about this and just make a video about it. I don't know if I will though, that's the thing. I didn't record it and I'm pretty sure the files are deleted at this point because I cleared up my computer a couple months ago and I just got rid of everything that I didn't need. So those are probably deleted by now. Maybe I'll do a screenshot video because it's a really good house. And the third house for that 700,000 simoleon mansion was like a 3-story kind of house. You come in on the main floor and there's stairs that kind of go downstairs to a living room, and then there's the upstairs, the bedroom, and it's like balcony style, so the rooms are actually all open to each other. So it's like, except for the living room because it's in a basement, so like the floors were deleted, so you can actually from the 3rd floor you can see all the way down to the basement floor. Anyways, enough about that house. That is not the house that we are building right now. That is not the house that I am furnishing. That is not a Color Confidential house. This one here, right here, you're watching on your screen right now, is the Color Confidential house. And I think it's a very good, accurate representation of what Color Confidential is, because the colors of green, yellow, and purple are colors that most people will not build with. If you're going to go for something purple, you're probably going to make it into one room, and you're probably not going to have green and yellow to go with it. Which is why there's a lot of whites and blacks and grays in this house, because the yellows and the greens and the purples that I wanted to use are very bright and very colorful. They're the saturation in them is incredibly high, and if you walk into the room and all you see is bright yellow, bright purple, and bright green, you're probably going to think you're in some amusement park for like Kittyland, and you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? This is awful. But I think I made it look good. I'm pretty sure it looks decently okay. It was actually a good idea for me to separate the rooms into different little sections. So you'll notice here that the dining room, while technically it is in the same room, it's a different space. So it's got walls around it except for the little entrance, the entryway into the room, but it allows it to be separated. So it allows me to maybe do, different walls, maybe some more yellow, more purple without it being like nauseating. And the rest of the house, like the entryway and those walls there, as you can see, they're all that kind of grayish color, and then we have that exposed brick, but that's been what do you call that stuff? That white, it's like goopy stuff that you spread over walls. I'm not explaining this well at all. That white color really helps bring the neutrality back into that vibrancy that's in the rest of the house, so you don't end up being sick from looking at all these crazy colors. The outside is not done very well, nor is it really done at all. This lot does take up the entirety of the lot. There is no like backyard. If I could build next to the coastline, I would. I totally would, because I'd love to put like a pool in and then put rocks all over it so it kind of blended in with the coastline. I think that would look super cool, but I can't build there, so unfortunately you have to kind of deal with that. I am sorry for the fact that there's nothing happening on screen right now. Like I said, I didn't edit any of this, so I literally slapped it all together, rendered it, hit record, and here I am. So apologies if there's things going on that you're like, what the fuck is happening? My bad. I'm being lazy today. I'm being extra lazy. Although, to be fair, so if you'll have noticed, there have not been a lot of video uploads on my channel recently, and that is my own fault for not, continuing to edit things. I've built stuff, I've recorded stuff. I did a 24-hour sim challenge, which actually turned out really hilarious and a lot of fun. I did a 24-hour sim challenge. I did a bunch of videos. They just haven't been edited. And the problem with editing for me is not that I don't have the time to edit, it's that the break times in between it are way too long, and I have other stuff that I'd rather be doing, and it's not like I can just take a break and then like come back or do something else on my computer. So basically what happens is when you put a clip into Premiere Pro, there sometimes is a thing that can happen, and it's supposed to only take a couple of seconds, but there's like a glitch and a bug that happens for a lot of people where it takes hours, and it's called conforming. So you put the clip into Premiere Pro, and it's kind of like you have to wait for it to upload, except it conforms. So I don't really know exactly what it's trying to do when it's conforming. All I know is that the longer the clip, the longer I have to wait before I can even do anything. Because if the clip is conforming, you can drag it in and edit it. But it's like trying to edit an unrendered video. It's really difficult, and everything's stuttering. Sometimes the clip doesn't even like start playing or load in. It's still trying to figure out what it's doing in life. And I can't edit while that's happening. So I have to wait for it to conform. And the thing is, my computer is old at this point. I built it myself for $700. So it's pretty cheap, it's pretty crap, but it's enough that I can play video games on it and that I can record things while I play said video games. So, I continue to use it and not bother upgrading it because it's fine enough. I can do what I need to. It's just that when the clip is conforming, I can't do anything else on my computer, like at all. Like I can't watch YouTube. I can't play music. Like it literally clogs up my entire CPU. It just doesn't know what to do anymore. So unfortunately, when it's conforming, I have to wait. The other thing is that after it conforms, you can then go in and edit it. However, when you speed up a clip, for those of you who use Premiere Pro, you will know this, that the clip turns red because that means it's unrendered. So when the thing is green, it means it's rendered. When it's yellow, it means it's partially rendered. When it's red, it means like when you play it, it's not going to play. Like you cannot watch it at 30 FPS. You're going to watch it at like 2 FPS, or maybe like two frames per minute. Let's put it that way. So you have to render it, and rendering, as always, takes a while because the longer the clip, the more rendering, especially the more frames you have, the more rendering. And I record everything at 1080p 60 FPS, so that's why my videos tend to look higher quality. If you have the option to view them in higher quality, of course. They are recorded at the highest quality that I can possibly get, just because I like good quality videos, and I think low quality can be more of a ruiner than an addition. So Anyways, guys, I have been rambling on about things and not talking about the house at all. I just want to quickly add in that, you know, this house probably isn't the greatest house ever. It's built kind of like it's built, it's not built to look good. It's built more for function, but nonetheless, it is a Color Confidential house, and I am really proud of it and how it turned out. Anyways, guys, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, I don't know, whatever website you use, whatever social media site you use. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah. Bye!